I feel so sorry for my 49ers tonight.
Yeah,
They
I'm
are
with you.
beaten up. They are wounded. They only have half a team. No Purdy, no Pearsall, no Jawan Jennings,
No Kittle.
no Kittle, and we got to face the Rams.
So you're
Go.
saying no chance?
What's Vince McMahon's song? No
No
chance in
chance
hell.
in hell.
That's why I'm on the fence for this one. My brain
Man,
always
we
goes for
man, we all wrote this game off.
we all wrote this game off. On your mark, get set, let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning. Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up! I gotta thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Good Lord, those doggone seals.
Oh yeah!
Let's go, baby!
All right, y'all. Let's get this award-winning show started.
They're already coming to get Purdy for next week.
I know. Good morning, and welcome to the tripped up Thursday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. And there's something I needed to read for a friend. There's something I needed to read for a friend of mine because I made my friend Stacy a promise.
Okay.
And she asked me to read something for her on the air, and if I can find the doggone thing, I will. AB&J Travel powers our first hour of Snowman in the Morning, and where are you? Here it is. Fans, when it's time to book your next big trip, don't sit on the sidelines. Team up with Stacy at AB&J Travel Agency. From luxury resorts to dream cruises, she's got the winning plays. Book now and travel like a champion. Call 513-991-2717. That's 513-991-2717, or visit snowmanmultimedia.com and snowmansportsnet.com. Give a click on to the logo and it will take you to her website and you can book from there. AB&J Travel, powering sports fans travel for 5 years. Thank you, Stacy, for that. Thank you for being a sponsor of our program, official beginning this month. And as mentioned, go through AB&J Travel to all of your games this year. The big dog is here. Dietz is standing by. Victor Locke is here with us as well. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
And a good morning to you too, sir. How are you gentlemen doing today?
Oh, it was a long night last night, and I got a long weekend ahead of me.
I got 12 hours of sleep, so I'm good.
Yeah, you went to bed early.
I told you I would.
I know.
I was wiped out. I was wiped out after Tuesday night.
And I got something from Newsweek earlier.
What'd you get?
So the Dallas Cowboys picked up somebody.
In
lieu of the CeeDee Lamb injury.
And they picked up.
Does the name Paris Campbell ring a bell?
Former Colt. former Colt and former Bill. Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
correct.
Out of Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my
Drafted
question is
overall in 2019.
Mhm. Now, my question is, and Victor, you know this question that I ask a lot: will they use him the right way?
Well, it's really going to come down. One thing I can say about Dak that I'm on the fence about is I see him. I still don't see him making the perfect decision with the football, but I haven't seen him make horrendous decisions with the football. Like he's been able to throw to the open man. He's already made George Pickens an instant asset.
True.
Say what you want about the crash outs and everything. He's made George Pickens an instant asset for the Cowboy offense, especially in lieu of the CD Lamb injury. So, i.e., what just happened against the Packers. We should have gotten dog walked, and the Prescott to Pickens connection really helped.
Prescott to Pickens has rescued the Cowboy offense.
Yes,
I didn't know if it would. I didn't know if it would be good. You talked about it. We all talked about it. But Prescott to Pickens has rescued that offense. Now can they turn it into wins? Speaking of wins, we got a few notes for you. We call this the Whip Around, presented by Fanatics. And as mentioned, the Whip Around is presented by Fanatics, officially licensed everything. Thursday Night Football is tonight. Who are you representing? Do you represent the 49ers? Do you represent the Rams? Or is it another team that you're representing on this football weekend? Go to snowmanmultimedia.com/fanatics. Choose your gear and represent your team like a pro. Fanatics, officially licensed everything. Well, we start here. The Cincinnati Reds run in the playoffs was 2 games because the champs are the champs. 8-4 was the final there, and LA is in the National League Division Series. And Cub fans, not so fast. The Padres had an answer. They win over the Cubs 3-1, and they forced a winner-take-all Game 3 in that wild card series. Davian Howard says, I quit after he got burned all last week by Puka Nacua and Tutu Atwell, 2 of the best receivers in the league. Davian Howard just couldn't handle it anymore and walks away into retirement. A.J. Brown needs to quit because the post he said about the Eagles and Jalen Hurts, he says now it was not about the Eagles and Jalen Hurts. I'll believe that when I see it. And that's your Whip Around, presented by Fanatics. Fanatics is Snowman in the Morning and Snowman Multimedia's official partner for sports gear. Officially licensed everything. Dog, you had a comment. Go ahead.
So the Dodgers got the Phillies coming up in the DS, huh? Oh,
and
boy.
The Phillies are going to whip their asses.
Damian Anderson is a bold prediction. Tonight's game against the Rams and the Niners could go into OT. I see it.
I see it coming. You know how Sunday ended, but not with the tie.
It'll come off with a walk-off.
It'll come down to a walk. Even though the Niners are here's what I found. Here's what I see. Everybody is writing the 49ers off again.
Of course.
And you got reason to. Injuries all over the place. No Purdy, no Pearsall, and also tonight, no Juwan Jennings. All 3 of those players are out.
Right.
We lost Purdy for 2 games earlier this year. We won them both.
Right.
And it comes down to a point, Victor, that you brought up on Monday after what happened Sunday against Jacksonville. Kudos to Jacksonville for their performance. They rushed Purdy back too early.
They never rushed back too early because he never seemed comfortable throwing.
And not just that, he just didn't look like he was mentally there.
He was off and he wasn't mentally there because he missed 2 games. Yeah. He missed 2 full games and he was not himself.
No, he really wasn't.
He's going to be back for a couple of games because I listened to the Kelsey's podcast. Jason Kelsey talked about what turf toe is.
Yeah.
And turf toe, in my opinion, requires IR.
Yeah.
Because and if it's his right toe, which I believe it is, you have to step into your you have to Dak Prescott, Caleb Williams, I'm talking to you. You know the 3 words, Victor, that I'm about to use. You played football, I played football, Shane, you played football. What's the three words that a quarterback has to do? Climb the pocket.
Yep. Step into your throws. And Dak Prescott, I've always had this issue with him, is like he loves to throw off his back foot. He can do it, but he shouldn't be doing it. You get more power, and if you see not only Dak Prescott, you've seen this with Peyton Manning, with Eli Manning, with Tom Brady. You've seen this, of course, with Joe Montana and Troy Aikman.
Where's Steve Young, and he's lefty.
Right. Where do they get most of their power from? When they drive.
When they drive into their throws. When they drive into their throws. And
that's something also I wanted to take precedent when it came to the game on Sunday. Is that did step into throws. Instead of him running away from the pocket, which you see a lot, we see Caleb do a lot.
He climbed the pocket.
He
stepped into it.
He
stepped into it.
You know who didn't climb the pocket very well? Jordan Love.
Exactly.
Jordan Love was, as you said, Victor, not only A, throwing sidearm, but B, thrown off of his back foot. So there was no drive into his throws in the second half.
Exactly.
He was trying to flip the ball up, and it just wasn't working.
Another quarterback who had a problem with that, I don't know, Jalen Hurts. That has been, to those of you who have listened to this program and have heard me talk about Jalen Hurts, the one issue that I saw in the second half against Tampa Bay was not stepping into his throws.
Yeah.
They had no completions in the second half.
And see, but what rescues the Eagles a lot is you can't stop that running attack. Saquon Barkley, I've always called him the gift that keeps on giving. Because he keeps gifting the Eagles wins because of just how well he can run the ball.
How well he runs the ball. Well, Niners are going to need that running game tonight to really, really step up. And I also think we may see the end of the road for one Trent Williams, who is in his 16th year out of Oklahoma. He hasn't looked the same as he had in recent years. But that's why you play football every week. Chance to improve your team, chance to improve your positions. And I know the 49ers are not in the best position, but if you look at it this way for San Francisco, as beat up as they are, as inconsistent as they have been, and after the awful performance against Jacksonville, even though they did rally, kudos to them, they're 3-1.
One thing I can say about the 49ers is don't be surprised if they pull the same run that the Indiana Fever did this past year.
Man, don't make me smile. Like, don't threaten me with a good time.
getting hurt, getting beat up, but never
quitting. Never giving up.
Exactly.
Never, ever giving up.
My brother Sick Dicky, all the way up from Norway. What's going on, gentlemen?
What's going on, Sick? What the hell? Hold on a minute. There it is. Okay. Let's take a break. When y'all get back, I have a message for the Indiana Fever, and there's one other person I need to have a message with, have a talk with as well. Introduce.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, yeah, I got you here. Here we go.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
The spirit of battle is a powerful force. It's a force that drives us, pushes us beyond our limits. It's a fire in our hearts that fuels our determination, our commitment, our strive for greatness. Every challenge faced, every obstacle overcome, it sharpens our skills and fortifies our resolve. This relentless pursuit of excellence makes the journey so exhilarating. And the victory, it makes the victory sweet.
Race car drivers change lanes very fast, but with no outside mirrors. How come they don't crash? Introducing Angel View, the new wide-angle mirror that reduces blind spots. Angel View simply snaps over your car's rear view mirror, giving you a 160-degree view behind you. Just look at the difference. Look, ordinary rear view mirrors are small and flat, but Angel View has a huge mirror with curved glass. This convex shape allows you to see both blind spots with one glance. And with our Pro Edition special coating, it's anti-glare at night. Get your Angel View now for just $19.99. But wait, Angel View may be discontinued. Due to rising costs, Angel View is stopping manufacturing effective immediately. Once the current inventory is gone, it's gone forever. Order now.
Call 1-800-495-0761. That's 1-800-495-0761. Or visit getangelview.com. Order now.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text delete, 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 delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels.
Owen, let's talk for a second.
Hi, Ellen. Come on in.
When you came into my life, it was a whirlwind.
I just can't do it.
It'll come to you.
It won't.
We had a lot to learn about each other. A lot. Hey, looks good. Things were changing so quickly. We didn't know what the future would hold. Any of us. I just wish you felt more at home now. But we knew you would always be a part of it. Adopting you was the best decision in our life. And I am so proud to call you my son.
Hey everyone, it's Napoleon Johnamite. Join me on October 27th to celebrate 5 years of the English-speaking members from one of the top VTuber agencies, HoloLive. From the debut of their first generation of girls in Myth in 2020, to their most recent live concert event held at the Radio City Music Hall in August of 2025. And for the sports fans, there will be coverage of their appearances at Dodger Stadium. Take a journey through VTubing history in Beyond the Myth, 5 years of HoloLive English, October 27th at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, exclusively on YouTube at Please Rewind Napoleon and Rumble.
Cause we take this job so serious.
Dear Bronsexuals, you. Dear Facebook for allowing Bronsexuals on. You. Dear ESPN for putting Braun. Dear ESPN for putting Braun on in 2003. You, and you.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
The original Crash Out.
And then we had one yesterday too.
I never thought I could fit all of my feelings about the Bronsexuals into 30 seconds.
Well, you did.
And I told myself to hold my beer. 20 after the hour. Thank you to all of our stations that are tuning in with us, including our newest station, WHDR, down in North Carolina. They are joining us this morning. And I made that station just to, okay, Ryan, forgive me. I made that station and I told some people about it just to get them tuned in, just to piss some people off.
Doesn't make people angry.
Just to make people madder than hell and to the point where they couldn't take it anymore. Nah, punks. All right. Give me the take.
All right.
All right. Take.
Dear Indiana Fever, don't you ever make me have a heart attack season like you just gave me. But in all honesty, thank you for an incredible ride. This past season for the Indiana Fever was the first full basketball season I have covered in 4 years. And boy, let me tell you, the ups and downs, the ins and outs, and all that stuff. But after we got eliminated Tuesday night in Vegas, and Victor saw me on stream, I literally slumped.
Yeah.
Why? Because I was exhausted. But do you all know how many exciting moments the Fever gave me? Caitlin Clark with 32 against the Liberty, and then she goes down with an injury, and then we lose Sophie Cunningham, and then we lose Sydney Colson, Arian McDonald, Chloe Bibby, you name it. You name the position, we lost a person at that position. And yet this Fever team kept fighting against all odds, against the league's odds, because we weren't even supposed to win the Commissioner's Cup. And we went into Minnesota, put a foot in their ass. We weren't even supposed to make the playoffs because of the inconsistent play down the stretch. And also because we didn't have any depth because we lost some of our best players. And through it all, this team kept chugging along and chugging along and chugging along. And after game 1 against Atlanta in the first round of the WNBA playoffs, I went to work Tuesday night thinking this could be their final game of the season. They proved me wrong. Blew out Atlanta by 17. Went home, thought about everything, and my wife said, "Are you ready for game 3?" Indeed I am. And Aaliyah Boston scored the game winner. I couldn't believe it. And I sat here and called every single game this season. I couldn't believe it. I think I struggled more with the late night games because of the timing, but who cares? I got through them. All of them. Los Angeles, Seattle, Las Vegas, Phoenix. All the late games. Got through them all. This is a team that showed resilience. This is a team that stuck together and hung together through everything. And yeah, the Indiana Fever season called by Old Snowman was brought to you by the Southside Slapbox Academy. Let the scrapping be slapping. And these ladies were scrapping every single game. Hell, I sat here along with the crew. We sat here and watched the Fever wipe out a 21-point deficit against Connecticut and steal that game in overtime, which I thought would be repeated in Vegas until Vegas decided to hit 2 threes to start overtime, and they were off to the races again. This is an Indiana Fever team that, as I said, wiped out a 21-point deficit to Connecticut, all the way to wiping out a 9-point deficit in 7.5 minutes in Las Vegas. This is an Indiana Fever team that was down. Speaking of Vegas, and congrats to them for making the finals, which starts tomorrow night. This was a Fever team against Vegas who was completely healthy. Asia Wilson was cooking with fish grease. That were down by 13 to Vegas, starting the second half in Indianapolis, and won by 10. This is a Fever team that when they had to have a win in Seattle, they not only got a win in Seattle, they pushed the plunger and blew them out. They made teams courtesy of Camel Clutch Wrestling Academy. They made them humble. Bless you, Shiki baby. Bless you. And to make a sick joke out of all of this and have fun at the same time, this is a team that showed more resiliency than the Chicago Bears against the Raiders.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the Bears won that thing because the Raiders are about as inept as V Shoujo.
Oh, well.
There it is.
More on that ineptitude later. But I and the folks who have tuned in to Snowman Multimedia and our live coverage of the Indiana Fever, we would like to say thank you for tuning in, watching me cuss out the team, and they come back for a victory. Connecticut, hello. Allowing me to get on this microphone in front of you for the entirety of the Fever season and tell it like it is. That is one thing my dad always told me as a play-by-play announcer. You call it right down the middle, even though you're cheering for your team. I cannot thank you all enough for everything. I love y'all. I appreciate you. And God willing, let them get it right so we can do it again next year with everybody healthy and run over everybody to the championship. Thank you all. And thank you to my crew, the big dog, Victor, my wife, my children, everybody that hung with me as this schedule was crazy. Mixing in with all the other sports that I cover. I made the Indiana Fever games a priority, and it will stay that way. And because of me making the Fever a priority, the Indiana Pacers are now a priority. I live in Indiana. But the Fever started the Indiana Sports Hub, and let's hope they continue it so we can get more fans to tune in to the best play-by-play call around. Thank you all. I love you. That's Snowman's take. What's yours? That's why I was wiped out after Tuesday's game.
I believe it.
Wiped out. Coming up next.
Passionate.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
You know,
we got some things to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Including the Big Ten Conference and a $2 million deal.
Uh-oh.
Before we go to break, here's Napoleon Dynamite and his thoughts on tonight's Rams 49ers game.
Oh.
Good morning, everybody. It is I, Napoleon Dynamite, and today is me picking for Thursday, October 2nd, 2025 in the NFL. San Francisco 49ers visiting the Los Angeles Rams, and the Rams are favored by 8.5 with an over-under 45.5. As much as I want to try to bet against the odds, unfortunately, the Niners have been beat up pretty badly between their loss to Jacksonville on Sunday, and then, of course, let's not forget they are without Bosa for the year. I am picking the Rams on this one. Back to you, Snowman.
Not surprised.
He seems so hesitant. He seems so hesitant.
Well,
I'm not surprised either.
How do you think I feel?
No, I know.
That's
you've already broken glass on this game.
That's why I'm parking my ass on the fence. I am going to go into this game completely objective. I am not in fear of a one-sided victory by either team. I am also not in fear of a tie between these two teams because they've beaten each other up the past 6 years.
Yeah.
All right. San Francisco came out of nowhere in 2019 and started beating up the Rams. And last year, the Rams swept us, which may be their key back to the division title. I will say this. Going forward, even though I picked the 49ers to win the West, I see them more as a wild card, as a resilient wild card team. And you know what? I'll take it. Chris Dietz is next in a deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can be the black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, No, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. You want your commanders to be repped right? Well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report. Every Tuesday at 11:05 a.m. Eastern, 10:05 a.m. Central. On the Sertoba Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers, right side, commanders. Where my soldiers, left side.
Hey everybody, Snowman here. Looking for the best way to experience live events? Well, SeatGeek has you covered. With just a few taps on your phone, you can find the best seats for concerts, sports, theater, and more. Don't miss out on unforgettable moments. Download the SeatGeek app today and get ready for an experience like no other. Each ticket is vetted for authenticity and ranked on a 1 to 10 scale. And right now, if you sign up and use the code SNOWMAN, you will get $20 off of your first purchase. That's only through the power of SeatGeek, where fans can fan.
Owen, let's talk for a second.
Hi, Ellen. Come on in.
When you came into my life, it was a whirlwind.
I just can't do it.
It'll come to you.
It won't.
We had a lot to learn about each other. A lot. Hey, that's good. Things were changing so quickly. We didn't know what the future would hold. Any of us. I just wish you thought we weren't home now. But we knew you would always be a part of it. Adopting you was the best decision in our life. And I am so proud to call you my son.
Do you remember our first group photo? This is it. Smiles all around, even though we were all nervous.
Who could have imagined that our first weekend together would soon turn into a lifetime of memories?
You're an amazing young man. Your brothers and sisters really look up to you. They're a big brother.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child, who was 17 at the time.
There are so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
I ain't never felt so much love before in my life.
During bad weather, driving can become downright dangerous.
What's your emergency, please?
Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light-optimizing lenses that block blue rays, so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, sleet, or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the high five strangers got, game-winning interception, first down, just a nice solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
'Cause we take this job so serious.
It's really, in the end, basically a skill issue.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Please keep it clean in the comments. Even though we do have a lot of fun here, we do make a lot of crazy jokes, but we are keeping it clean for our radio partners, our listeners, and our viewers, and we want to just have a fun show. So do me a favor, to the folks in the comments, please keep it clean. That's all I ask. Speaking of keeping it clean, I don't know if this man will keep it clean when it comes to his football comments, because like us, he tells it like it is. Here's Dietz.
Passionate.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
Unflinching.
Let's go back to losing. Parking was easier.
Unrelenting.
They're not going to keep him off the field tonight.
Totally.
This one has a chance.
Dietz.
That's not just a murmur, that's a full-blown fibrillation.
Here he is. Chris Dietz is with us, as he is each and every week. Good morning, Dietz. How are you, brother?
That's a loaded question.
Man,
Why
man
is that?
With me and helped me through that tie on Sunday night.
It's a loaded question because the more that I've watched, and Snowman knows I was rewatching the Sunday that was.
Yes.
The more I've watched it, and I have to check, I have to look, and I don't have a sign like Snowman, but the more it pissed me off. And I've thought about this. I've been thinking about this all week about what we were doing. So I have a challenge. I have a challenge for the chat.
Okay.
I have a challenge for the chat and for the people on the screen here, and for everybody for the rest of the show. If you're listening to the show, the question of the day, and Victor, I'm sorry you can't partake in this.
Oh, nuts. I think because I probably already know the answer. Go ahead.
You'll find out. When I reveal the question of the day,
Gotcha.
You'll understand why you can't participate.
Okay.
Name your favorite team and name their middle linebacker.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, never mind.
And because there are 32 football teams, and we know there are only 31 middle linebackers in the league because we know a certain team does not have one on the roster.
And I know exactly where you're going, and I totally agree. I said this. Okay. Now, everyone knows I love Playmaker. Dude is a walking encyclopedia. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about the game on Sunday. And Playmaker said, well, for all intents and purposes, y'all did better than what y'all was supposed to do. I said, yeah, if you want to look at it, that's fine. But these and I both said, the Cowboys probably played about 15 minutes of good football. Midway through the second half and 5 minutes of the first half.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened? Matt Eberflus decided, let's stick away from what was helping us in the second half and not put a body in the middle of the field.
They played an entire half of football without a middle linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
Without a guy in the middle of the field. And it makes me so mad because it explains what happened in Chicago.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It explains what's happening all season. We've been talking about how they can't blitz. Well, and I mean, I wanted to go through this. This is football. This could be a new segment for us. Football 101.
Yeah.
The reason you have a middle linebacker is not just, hey, that guy occupies the middle of the field. Mm-hmm. The middle linebacker is the guy who reacts to the quarterback.
Correct.
If the quarterback comes up to the line of scrimmage and changes the play, and I know this is an unfair comparison to anybody because Ray Lewis is the best to ever do it.
Yeah.
But whenever Peyton Manning or Tom Brady would walk up to the line of scrimmage and change the play, and Peyton would be back there going, cowboy this, they're doing all those different formations and changing everything. Mm-hmm. You know what was happening on the other side? Ray Lewis was in the middle of the defense telling Haloti Ngata, go left, go right. Hey, change. We have a stunt on. Kill. Mm-hmm. Stay in your lane. They could change the middle linebacker is your coach on the field to change the play.
And I can give you two other examples of that. And they're here in the NFC North, or they were here in the NFC North.
Mike Singletary.
Well, Michael Singletary for the older state, but for us, Brian Urlacher for the Bears, and Clay Matthews for the Packers.
Clay Matthews Jr. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys just hit you just hit what I've been thinking about all week, and how I was thinking about this. And this is not just a cowboy wide thing. This is not just a cowboy thing.
Right.
And this is why I asked to the chat, if you've got a favorite, tell me who your team is and tell me who your middle linebacker is, because think about the league in general.
Mm-hmm.
Who is the middle linebacker that defines the league right now? Because, I mean, Snowman, we can play this game all day long.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to go back to before. I was born in 1983, so from that moment on, I can name you at least five or six linebackers from every single year from that moment on.
Mm-hmm.
I can name at least 5 or 6 linebackers and tell you who the best in the league is.
Yeah.
What day? What's your birthday again?
My birthday is January 4th, 1983.
January 4th.
Okay, so you're almost a full year before me.
January 4th of 83. Here goes my game show brain. The day that a famous pricing game called Plinko made its debut.
My favorite game.
Plinko made its debut on Dietz's birthday.
Here's the thing that also kind of aggravates me, because it's indicative of what we talk about, the culture of the NFL.
Right.
It has gone away from being defensive minded and strictly to not just offensive minded, but long ball passing offensive minded. You don't see a lot of I formation. You don't see a lot of use of the fullback. You rarely see any use of the tight ends. You rarely see any runs up the middle, except if you're watching Eagles games. You do not see running the football consistently.
Right.
And you don't see middle linebacker play, whether it's spying, whether it's rushing the quarterback, or we're just staying in coverage to keep a body in the middle of the doggone field.
Yep.
But just again, bringing that up, even though we know the league has turned into more of a passing league and more of a spread out league.
Yep.
That makes it ever more important to have a middle linebacker able to tell your guys, hey, switch up the coverage this. Hey, they're changing the play. The quarterback's changing the play. If there's nobody there to change it, you're stuck in whatever base defense you've called, and now you're stuck in that. And guess what? The quarterback's already come out, seen where you're lined up, and he's basing his play off where you're lined up.
And what makes it even worse is that a lot of these players are not looking for wins, losses, or even championships. They're looking for highlights.
Yeah.
What's going to get them on the top 10?
Say it again,
They're
Victor.
looking for highlights. They are playing for highlights. What's going to get them on the top 10 of ESPN? What's going to get them on the top 10 of the NFL Network? That's all the new age of players care about. They do not care about getting wins and losses and getting that Lombardi trophy at the end.
Right. They do not care about and it's league wide. As much as I hate to say it, it's league wide. And I've watched the NFL since 1981. All right. It's league wide. The change is league wide, and it hurts. It hurts me to see it that way.
But that's my question to the chat. A, who is your middle linebacker? But B, the more important question is, who is the best middle linebacker in football right now? I couldn't tell. The only guys I know of are guys that I followed in college that have made their way. They're definitely not the best. I mean, the only guys I can name are Roquan Smith, because I followed him at Georgia.
Yep.
And now he went up through the Bears, and now he's on the Ravens.
Right.
Patrick Queen, because I followed him at LSU.
Yep.
Now he's with the Steelers. Fred Warner, who's been around forever,
from Utah, Utah State.
He played at BYU.
He did play at BYU.
But the only reason I know of Fred Warner is because back in the days of Fifth Down Sports Show, we used to have Niners faithful on all the time, and he would talk about Fred Warner every single time because he loved the guy. So that's the only reason I know him. And the only other guy I know is, I don't know how he's still in the league, but Bobby Wagner's still in the league.
Yeah.
Now, can I ask this question? I want to ask this to all of you guys.
Those are the only middle linebackers I know of. I can't think of any other middle linebackers that play in the NFL right now.
Now, I want to ask this question for all you guys. Is that more of a scheme issue by the defensive coordinator, or is it a management issue of not drafting or acquiring a middle linebacker? Because
I'll give you the best answer. Both.
Yeah, because for me, even if we did have a middle linebacker, we are still trusting. We as Cowboy faithful are still entrusting and mortgaging our entire future. Snowman, get the button ready.
I got you ready.
We are entrusting our faithful future of possible playoff wins to Matt Uberfools, who has shown in at least 2 games he does not know how to cover the middle of the field.
Nope.
But not only are we entrusting it in that, they are entrusting their entire game plan to whatever Matt Uberfools calls whatever he calls at the beginning of the play. They're stuck in that because there's nobody there to change there's nobody there to go, oh, he's changing the wide receivers route, so they're going to run deep. Well, we're in a cover 2. Now we're stuck.
Exactly.
Now we're stuck in whatever we have, and he's going to pick us apart. You can't change it up to tell your guy, hey, they're going to run deep, back up. There's no one there to do that.
That's what Caleb Williams did. So long as they had the better play call, he didn't have to audible. He didn't have to make the change at the play because he knew that we were out of position.
Right. And it happened time after time after time on Sunday night.
It sure did.
You cannot play defense without, if you just let the offense, if you're not proactive on defense, if you're just reactive, you're going to get beat every time.
Yep. And that's what happened in New York. That's what happened with the New York Giants.
I mean, Shane knows this because we watched it for, like 20 years. Yep. Every time Tom Brady came up to the line, 52 is the mic. 52 is the mic. He's telling the line how to block. And what would Ray Lewis do? When he heard that, Ray Lewis would tap the loading nada. He would have a signal that he would yell to him and say, all right, he just changed the blocking scheme. Go this way, and you'll beat the block. That's you have to have that. You cannot just stay in your base formation because a decent quarterback. I'm not even talking about a great quarterback.
A decent
quarterback like a Caleb Williams, who's competent enough to start. Even a competent enough to start quarterback can figure that out and say, they're not changing at all. I'm going to pick them apart.
And you know where a lot of this stems from? Go back to 2 or 3 years ago, NFC divisional round, Niners, Cowboys.
Yep.
The last play, putting Zeke as a lineman, Zeke as a center. The Niners call timeout, giving us an opportunity to change the play, and we don't.
And they don't change the play.
But what also is getting me so upset the more I think about this, and we can talk about it being Matt Uber fools. We can talk about it being his fault all day long.
Mm-hmm.
This drops at the foot of Brian Schottenheimer.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't care if somebody says, well, he's an offensive coach. You are the head coach. That means you are in charge of the game plan. That means and again, going football 101 here, before every game, I don't care what level of football you're at, whether it's midget football, whether it's high school, college, professional, every single, and I'm just going to say this as it would probably be different different depending on your game, but every Monday morning when you looked at the schedule, for high school it was Sunday morning, for the NFL it's probably Monday. Every Monday you come in and you go, all right, we're playing the Green Bay Packers this week. And every Monday morning you meet with your offensive guys and you say, all right, here's their defense. What offensive plays, what offensive formations are we looking at to install this week? Okay, this will work against that. This will work against this. All right, bring the defensive guys in. All right, defensive guys, this is how they line up. How are we aligning ourselves on defense? So at some point during the week, Matt Uberfools went in, met with Brian Schottenheimer, and said, you know what we're going to do? When they line up, we're going to line up without a middle linebacker. and Brian Schottenheimer was like, yes, that's a good idea. Let's go with it.
You know what it is? I think what you're going for is a coaches meeting. Yeah. You need a coaches meeting. Get you, your offensive coordinator, your defensive coordinator, any of your other coaches, your specialty coaches, get them in a room and say, okay, we're going against the Green Bay Packers. How do you look at this move, this play, this play? Take 6 or 7 plays that they love to run and find ways to take that away from them.
That happens at every level of football.
It does.
I coached in high school, not even a good high school, but a high school. Mm-hmm. Every Sunday morning, we had meetings, came in, had our defensive guys say, this is the defense we're going to run this week. This is what we want to coach during the week. We want to coach them up on these aspects because this is what the other team does well. But this is how we're going to line up. Every single team does that. Yep. They do that. So there is no way Brian Schottenheimer didn't know, we don't have a middle linebacker. And there's no way he looked at that. Brian Schottenheimer should know as an offensive coach, he should know. Yep. If the other team doesn't line up with a middle linebacker, we can pick them apart.
You can go right to the middle.
You can.
I'm
middle
pretty
of
sure
the field, and Dietz's reaction Sunday night display that all the way around.
We
Display
know
that all the way
Shanahan knows
around.
it. We know Shanahan knows to do that. I mean, heck,
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure 38-day-old Mayo has had a coaches meeting at some point in time.
Yep, he has.
I'll give you two old school examples. I'll give you two old school examples of defensive coordinators that can make adjustments on the fly, which the Cowboys should have done but didn't. One of them became head coach.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking about George Seifert.
Well, I mean, to think about this, and this is why I got
Him
so aggravated
and
with the tie.
here's a name that Here's a name that everyone should know. That was a defensive coach. His name is Bill Parcells.
The tuna.
The thing is that bothers me when it came to the tie. Look, you can say, well, it's not a loss, but think about this. If Matt Uberfools or Scheidenheimer or whoever put a body in the middle of the field, guess what? On 4th and 6, they don't convert that. Don't convert that, and the Cowboys walk off.
And we talked about it. The Cowboys took the lead at halftime, and they played maybe 5 minutes of football.
Right.
Maybe if they showed up in any of the other 25 minutes of the first quarter and the first quarter and the second quarter, if they had shown up at any point during that, maybe it doesn't end in a tie.
Maybe
it doesn't. I mean, if you think about it, if you take a couple of those first 3 possessions and at least one of those become a field goal, you might be talking about a Cowboys winner.
Mm-hmm.
At the very least.
At the very least. We got some business to take care of before we bring Allie in, because Shane has a notebook and hopefully it doesn't turn on him this time.
Please don't throw the notebook.
With a lot of games that we are looking at,
college games,
to make some picks. But I want to hit a story that I sent to you guys. The Big Ten is talking about a $2 billion deal. I'll send it to Chris first.
To be honest, I read the story. It's a skeleton story. It's a headline. It's a headline and not much else.
Okay.
When you read the story, there's really only 2 lines that you need to know from this story. One is they talk about how there might be, this $1 billion deal, how it might be through this. They don't give any specifics of who's involved, who would be the benefactors of this, and all of that.
Right.
So I think this is just a feeder of, let's put this out there and see how people react to it, and then see where we go from there.
Right.
Because there's a lot to break down of how this would change, whether it's good or not for the Big Ten, whether it's a good deal for the schools involved. But there's 2 lines in it that all you need to know.
Okay.
The first line is, it says towards the end of the article, and it says the Big Ten will not make any moves on this until they have a unanimous decision.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you right now, that's a lie. And it's a lie by probably the Big Ten guy it's not the writer who wrote that.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever they talked to in the Big Ten said, "Oh yeah, we're waiting for a unanimous decision." No. Because the paragraph before that ends with the quote, all you need to know about this is Ohio State has yet to sign on. They're not waiting for a unanimous decision. They are waiting for Ohio State to make a decision. Because if Ohio State says, yeah, this is a good idea, let's go, and Rutgers says, no, we're not going to do it, I guarantee you the Big Ten is going to be like, hey, guess what, Rutgers? Screw you. Ohio State wants to do it. We're doing it. I can guarantee you all 17 teams in that league can say, this is a great deal. And Ohio State can say, nah, this ain't a good deal for us. We're not signing on the dotted line.
And they won't do it.
And they won't do it. They're not waiting on a unanimous decision. They're waiting on Ohio State to make a decision.
They're waiting on Ohio State. All right. We've reached the We've reached the top of the hour. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do our top of the hour protocol. We're gonna take a break, come back with our station IDs, and then we're gonna make some picks, and then we'll bring Allie aboard. It's always good stuff with Dietz. That's why he's totally Dietz, and that's why we'll be back in the deuce with more.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, how y'all doing? Season 4 of Bearing Down the Gridiron officially begins. Let's get into it. The Big 12.
The Big 12.
On the stage was your champion, and they were picked last.
Speaking of the CFP, we continue to believe the 5-11 model proposed by the Big 12 right playoff format for college football.
Voila! You make as much money. Those schools make sometimes as much money as an NFL team does.
I think that's the model to go. Because we already said one thing, do away with the bye week. That bye week did not help anyone in the top 4 teams.
Personally, I always believe that the rankings really don't matter until it's either the last Saturday in October or the first Saturday in November. No, it's last Saturday in October.
You want to explain that BYU pick?
BYU's, I just figured that they're more balanced on offense, at least for what I witnessed last year. More balanced on offense, and I think they are a little bit better able to hang with talent on defense as well.
I'm taking Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Hey everyone, it's Napoleon Johnamite. Join me on October 27th to celebrate 5 years of the English-speaking members from one of the top VTuber agencies, HoloLive. From the debut of their first generation of girls in Myth in 2020, to their most recent live concert event held at the Radio City Music Hall in August of 2025. And for the sports fans, there will be coverage of their appearances at Dodger Stadium. Take a journey through VTubing history in Beyond the Myth, 5 years of HoloLive English. October 27th at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. Exclusively on YouTube at Please Rewind Napoleon and Rumble.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Hey everybody, Snowman here. Looking for the best way to experience live events? Well, SeatGeek has you covered. With just a few taps on your phone, you can find the best seats for concerts, sports, theater, and more. Don't miss out on unforgettable moments. Download the SeatGeek app today and get ready for an experience like no other. Each ticket is vetted for authenticity and ranked on a 1 to 10 scale. And right now, If you sign up and use the code Snowman, you will get $20 off of your first purchase. That's only through the power of SeatGeek, where fans can fan.
Cause we take this job so serious.
In the name of the Tom Brady, the Manny Ramirez, and the David Ortiz, amen. Now let's go. Yeah, pretty much.
We owe you an ID. This is Snowman in the Morning.
This is WJKS, Indianapolis, Chicago, and the world.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
You're listening to WQVZ, 1700 AM Mission Radio.
For me and the Lord, we got an understanding. We're on a mission from God.
All right, we got a couple of pieces of unfinished business with Dietz before we bring on Ali. The introduction of the Dietz poll. It's his top 16. I'll put the team up there, and Dietz will give us why he ranked them as such. 16, we go with Texas Tech.
Yeah, Texas Tech, obviously the win over Utah has put them where they are. We have to see if they can if they can last where they are. So that's pretty much it.
15, we have Tennessee.
Tennessee, they have been getting by the skin of their teeth. 2 overtime games already, but man, they're good to watch.
They are good to watch. 14, Alabama.
Yeah, a lot of people bumped up Alabama off of what they did last week against Georgia. Now let's see how they back it up. Again, they could be the biggest mover this week with the game they have against Vanderbilt. But I still that opening loss still, yes, they have the best win against Georgia, but we have to see them put it with something else.
13, we have Florida State.
Florida State, and again, I heard everybody. Florida State still has a destiny in front of them. It may come to an end against the Miami Hurricanes, but they still have it's still in front of them. If they beat Miami, where do they go from here?
Number 12, potential Big 12 champions in Iowa State.
Iowa State, again, they're sitting where they are. But their biggest win right now is Kansas State or Iowa. They don't have a big win on their schedule. So they're going to continue to get leapfrogged by teams that play other big games.
Just like this team. Number 11 is LSU.
LSU with what happened last week, they took the biggest tumble of the week. But that's because their biggest win right now, Clemson and Florida, are dropping like flies. That's not gonna be good for them to get back into it.
To the top 10 we go, and we start with Georgia, number 10.
Georgia, and we could have done a full football 101 on Georgia, Georgia's performance on Saturday. But Georgia is still a legit team, still there, but their biggest win is Tennessee, and that's a problem right now.
Number 9 is Penn State.
Penn State, same kind of deal. We saw that the first time we get to see them in a big game. Well, they came back, but they lost it to Oregon in overtime. So you cannot put them. You can't put them anywhere until they play that big game against Ohio State.
Oh, we got Oregon coming up a little bit later. Number 8, we have the Texas Longhorns.
Yep, the Texas Longhorns, same thing. They had their big game with Ohio State. They've got big games coming up ahead, though. So they're sitting where they are right now. See what they can do in the other big games they have coming up.
Speaking of big games coming up, in a little while, number 7, Oklahoma is on their schedule.
Oklahoma, of course, we all know the Texas State Fair. That'll be the Red River Shootout.
And I want Chris Simpson to call that game with me if he's available.
The biggest question for Oklahoma is, can they get John Mateen healthy?
Yes, he's going to be out for a bit. Hand surgery is his condition. At number 6, a team we show a lot of love to, but the mainstream doesn't. The Indiana Hoosiers.
Yeah, the Hoosiers are there, but again, the big game, and they've got a big one next week in Eugene, Oregon. Let's see what happens. But again, their biggest win right now is Iowa.
Mm-hmm. And that came.
That's not going to move you.
That came last week. Here we go to our top 5 with Texas A&M.
A&M has that Notre Dame win. They have their SEC schedule coming, so they've got a lot, but their outside conference win is Notre Dame, and that's better than a lot of teams right now.
Number 4, we stay in the SEC with Mississippi.
Yeah, Ole Miss got their win over LSU, and again, when you look at it, to justify it, you just have to go down and say, well, who's their best win? Well, their best win's against LSU, who was just put at 11. So you have to take that into consideration. But Ole Miss has a lot more down the road, so we'll see where they are. But it's not a bad start to be where they are.
Back to the ACC at number 3 with Miami.
Yeah, Miami got the big bump. The problem with Miami is their big bumps have fallen. I mean, they got the Notre Dame. Notre Dame loses to Texas A&M. They get the win over South Florida. Well, South Florida has pretty much tumbled since then. You had the win over Florida. Florida has pretty much nosedived since then. So a lot of their big wins are getting overshadowed. Now they get to go to Tallahassee and see if they can keep it going.
All right, to the Big Ten we go. Number 2, the defending Big Ten champs and potential champs this year, the Oregon Ducks.
Yeah, Oregon survived. They survived so far. They have to survive the gauntlet that they have. As again, Indiana comes into their house. They survived Penn State. They have Iowa. I think they have to go to Iowa to play a game. They have Illinois on their schedule, so they've got some things that they need to do. But they've survived so far.
And at number 1, the defending national champions in the Ohio State University.
Yeah, that Texas game is still the best win. And the reasoning for having them at the top is they have beaten the best team. They have the best win on their schedule so far. Now, will that change as we get going? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, we'll see how it goes. But right now, they're playing at the top of their game. They're playing the best football. And they have the best win. So it's only justified to have them up there.
That's our top 16 with our buddy Chris Deeds. You can see his rankings right here, and you'll hear them every single week here on Snowman in the Morning. And now, quickly, you know what? Let's have some fun. Let's bring Allie in because let's let everybody
And if we're going to bring everybody into this party, if we're bringing Allie in on this one, the one to defend her crown is back as well. Oh, man.
There she is.
I see you found the Prosecco I left for you. And you're muted, Jen.
You're muted, Jen.
Turn your mic on, damn it.
Muted?
There you are.
Are you telling
There you go.
me did not work?
Yeah.
It happens.
It happens to the best of us.
You're absolutely right. I rehearsed it and everything, and it didn't. Oh my
Scuff!
We'll talk later. This scuff is brought to you by Slapbox Boxing Academy. Now let's go to Chicago. Favorite beautiful Chicago person is here, Alison Morran. Good morning, my dear. How are you?
I am doing fabulous, you guys. Wow, I feel like I have an army around me. Let's have a football game, man. It's
I'll quarterback it. We're good.
All right. All right.
Look, I'll be up in the booth. All right. I'll call this game. I'll be up in the booth.
Sure. Yeah. I need you as my linebacker.
Football 101.
Yeah, that's what I need a good protector. That's you, Snowman.
All right. Speaking of football,
I do have a bone to pick. I have a bone to pick. Where is my Prosecco?
I'll get it to you a little bit later, Allie. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Yeah, you give Jen some.
I got a bottle in storage. I got you covered. Don't worry about it.
Hey. In my defense, I kind of live with the Dawn, you know.
I know. I gotcha. Thank you, Dietz. That looks good.
There you go.
Really good.
Can't go back with the peanut butter whiskey.
You're my prince. You're my prince.
I might go grab something off the top of the fridge that Jody and I have here. We have a little unfinished business, then we'll get to Allie's business. We got some picks to make, Don. Let her rip.
All right, of course, these are the college football picks. Sure as you know what to go wrong. Brought to you by BetUS.com, where the games begin. Let's kick this party off on the noon slate. It's Kentucky on the road to number 12, Georgia. Georgia's favored by an absolute country mile. And the over-under's at 48.5. Reason I got this on the list, could this be a trap game for them Georgia dogs?
Dogs. Give me the dogs. And I
dogs
think
rule.
You got two picks right there, Don.
There you go. Make it three. I'm going with the dogs.
Oh yeah,
that's three.
Yeah,
okay.
You can't have a coach named Kirby Smart and do all the stupid things he did on Saturday.
Truth.
And there's only one room for stupid coaches, and that's Tyler Marsh.
Yes. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen again. Give me the dogs. Give me the dogs.
Okay, Jen, we're
taking it 4 because that train's coming and Kentucky ain't going to know what to hit it. Jen, what you got for me?
We're all going with, and Jen, we're all going with Georgia.
All right, sweep it then.
Sweep it.
There it is. That's one on the list.
Sweet.
Number 2, it's number 14, Iowa State on the road to Cincinnati, ladies and gentlemen. WKRP's got a college game, and they are only favored by 1.5 over under 54.5.
Wow.
I don't trust Nippert Stadium. I've been in that joint, but I do trust Rocco Beck and Iowa State. Give me the Cyclones.
What you got for me, Dietz?
Yeah, too much Rocco Beck. Cincinnati does not have. They're not the Cincinnati of the Luke Fickell era. So I'm going with the Cyclones.
Let's go to Chicago for our two picks. Vic is first.
I'm sorry. You got to go with Iowa State. Not even Joe Burrow coming back to help Cincinnati. So,
Allie, do you go the same way?
I do. Absolutely. I don't see any upsets.
And Jen, I
Don?
think it's a sweep.
Yes.
You go first before I say it.
I'm with everybody else. Even though it's only 1.5 on the spreadsheet, I got a feeling I was going to blow this game open in the second half. Give me the Cyclones.
Queen sweep. Let's go.
Queen sweep. Queen sweep. Next one.
Next on the list, it's number 22. Them fighting Illini on the road to Purdue. Illini favored by 9.5 over under 57.5.
Alison looks happy.
I've already apologized to my wife, and she looked at me and said, "You know how much I hate Purdue." So I get to say it here, being from the state. Illini, and I think it's a shutout. Give me the Fighting Illini.
Deets.
Not going to be a shutout because Purdue is going to put up. They're going to put up at least a couple points. Okay. But Purdue, the one thing Purdue consistently does is play offense. Yep. So they're going to put up some points.
True.
But Illinois is going to make that. What Purdue does is make that crucial turnover. That's what Illinois does. They turn people over and they get points off those turnovers. So yeah, Illinois.
They did it twice to USC on Saturday. Victor, talk to me.
Okay, let me go ahead and converse with the congregation right quick.
Soda pop.
Okay, in agreement? Okay.
That's for our buddy Alvin Washington. God rest his soul. Allie? What do you think?
Illini all the way. All the way. Oh,
I love
it's going to be a blowout.
Give me the ill on a freight train track. Them boys going to run Purdue down.
Oh,
I think the Queen's going to swoop it.
Before I say it,
Yeah.
can I just say, why are you guys called Purdue? Is it because you're doo-doo?
Given how they played since the Joe Tiller era ended, yes.
Okay, petition to change their name to Purdue then.
Or Perdon't.
Perdon't. I love that.
Perdon't, given the fact that their basketball team on 2 occasions came into Chicago, the number 1 team, and Northwestern said not anymore.
Okay, how about this? Purdue, you tried really hard to be Huntrix, but you missed everything.
Oops.
Ouch.
That's a sweep game. Next game.
Next on the hit list, we're going to the ACC for this one. It's Boston College on the road to Pitt. Pitt's favored by 6.5, over under 58.5.
I'm going with the home team. Boston College can present it to be that trap game, but it was supposed to be a trap game last week against Louisville, and then Pittsburgh woke up. Give me the Pittsburgh Panthers.
Deeds.
Well, it was a trap game last week. Louisville took care of business in the second half. Pitt. This one's tough because Tom O'Brien's going to come with something. I have a sneaky feeling here. I'm going to go with Boston College.
All right. We got our first split. Victor, what you think?
Can you give me the team names again?
Boston College and Pitt.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. You know what?
Yes.
I'm heading for the fence.
I'm
heading for the fence on this one. I don't know if I can fully trust either one of these 2 teams.
You know what? He has a great argument.
Yeah,
Allie, what do you think?
I'm going shades of Doug Flutie. Back in the day, let's go BC by a Hail Mary.
He's
okay. That would be an amazing ending to a game.
Look, Victor, look up November 23rd, 1984, Orange Bowl in Miami. You'll hear Brent Musburger exclaim the words "caught by Boston College."
Right. Or
John Phelan.
Doug Flutie's forever roommate because of that catch.
Right.
Dog, what do you think?
I have got a weird feeling about this game with the line sitting at 6.5. They could be trying to trap us into this one, but I'm taking BC, but it's going to take a little bit of time in the fourth for it to happen.
You know what? I'm switching my pick. I'm going with BC after hearing you all and thinking about everything that BC can do, and they're playing at Pittsburgh. This is the time where BC can open up a can of whoop ass on a team out of nowhere. We have all seen it done. So flip my pick. I'm going with BC. And everybody's going with BC, and I think the Queen will sweep it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure of that as well.
That's a sweep. Next one.
Next on the hit list, it's Wake Forest on the road to Virginia Tech.
Oh, God.
Tech is favored by 6.5, over under 50.5.
We know
you can't get me to look at this game. I'm on the fence.
Wait, what did you just say? Virginia Tech is favored in this game?
Yeah,
6.5.
Is this the same Virginia Tech team that lost to Old Dominion?
Yes.
Is it the same Virginia Tech team that not only lost to Old Dominion but lost their head coach in the process because they fired his ass after it?
Yep.
Yes.
How are they favored? Did Vegas watch the game last weekend where Wake Forest had Georgia Tech on the ropes, and they decided, you know what, we're going to go for 2 because we don't want to play overtime? I commend the effort of, hey, you know what, we don't want to play an extra period. Let's just try to win this right now. Yes, it failed. Yes, I know Jay Spivey was probably screaming at it because we know he's a Wake guy, but That being said, Wake Forest dog walks Virginia Tech.
Sorry, I'm back.
I'm on the fence.
Honestly,
ain't no way I'm picking.
I'll get off
Listen,
the fence for this one.
Hang on, I didn't get to make a prediction on the previous one because
BC and
Pittsburgh. BC and Pittsburgh.
BC.
Three of us are with BC. Victor's on the fence.
All right, hold on, flipping the coin. It's on its side. Victor, if you got room on the fence.
Plenty of room on the fence.
I'm joining you.
Plenty of room on the fence.
Plenty of room, plenty of room on the fence.
This one I will not be on the fence for, though. I'm going along with Jay Spivey's Demon Deacons.
All right.
Of course.
I saw one Demon Deacons game in person in that place, and that's when Wake Forest was good. Very good. This was before all the brand change and everything like that. And plus, a friend of mine from Wake Forest, aside of Jay Spivey, is a good friend of mine. He's their play-by-play voice, and Stan Cotton. But I'm still on a fence.
Make a prediction, goddammit.
You ain't getting no, and
for
no.
This one,
Listen, my mom and my dad, rest both their souls, would tell me the same thing Allie just told me. They're like, make a prediction. Nope, you can't.
Okay.
Well, for this one, for me, so VTech favored by 6.5, huh?
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna lose by 14. Give me the Deacons.
They call Alabama the Crimson Tide. Call me Deacon Blue.
Once again, we got one on the fence and 3 in favor of the Deacons. What you got for me, Jen?
Okay, you know what? I'll feed into Jen's pick. Allie, I shall obey. I go with Wake Forest.
All right. All right.
Oh, you picked.
Good decision.
Yes, and now it's a sweep going into it.
Yeah, we'll sweep it.
Moving on to the next one because we've only got about a half an hour left to do this thing. It's number 9, Texas, favored by 6.5, going down to Gator Country. That's right. They're going down to Florida. Over under 41.5. Boss.
In a sentence, Texas drains the swamp. Hook 'em horns.
Yeah, my boy Beardo from Fear the Beardo on YouTube. He'll be in attendance at the game with Will from Game On Sports. So they'll be watching, throwing up those horns all day long because this one could get ugly. And Billy Napier, watch your head after this game.
Because it's on the chopping block.
It could get that ugly.
Kenneth Clark and Tiger Stripes both say Texas. I think Victor says the same thing.
I'm going to say this. I know it's been a joke that we've kind of run to the ground, but I'm going to say it here because it applies. The Longhorns are going to make the Gators cry crocodile boo-boo tears.
Boo-boo crocodile tears. And Cole Johnson started that joke. Allie, what do you think?
Oh, hook 'em horns. Hook 'em horns.
Well, that's a 4 because the horns are going up on this one. Jen, do we have another?
Give me the home of Rooster Teeth. Give me Texas.
The Texas Longhorns make it a sweep. That's our sweep presented by Wanna Parlay. Next one, we got
next on the list. Next on the list, it's number 16 Vanderbilt on the road to number 10 Alabama. Bama's favored by 10.5 over under 56.5.
Don't sing the song.
Oh, you know what?
Don't sing the song.
Don't sing the song, please. Okay,
I'm not singing nothing.
And this is at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
Yes, sir. It's in Bama.
This is at Bryant-Denny Stadium where 100,000, no, correct that, 102,000 Roll Tide will be in attendance.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Pat McAfee, I love you. I don't like Stephen A. Smith. If I'm the lone wolf, I'm the lone wolf. I'm going with Vanderbilt.
Oh wow!
I'm going with it.
That's a gutty pick, Snowman.
That is a gutty pick. That's
I'll give you a 2-word reason. Diego Pavia.
Okay.
I like where your mind is with that one. Dietz, what have you got for me?
Diego Pavia is going to make a difference.
Vanderbilt. This is a situation where Vanderbilt usually would walk in and everybody would say, "Oh my God, they're a 50-point dog, and they're going to get rolled by Alabama and all of that." And then Vanderbilt would come out and shock the world and do things. The problem is they used that card last year. Alabama, don't forget. The Crimson, and maybe those players may forget, but Tuscaloosa doesn't forget. And that Bryant Denny Stadium, that is going to be rocking. They don't forget what Vanderbilt did to them last year. They're coming off a big win against Georgia.
Yep.
They are walking into a hornet's nest. Give me the Tide and roll Tide big time.
They ain't rolling. I'm the lone. I will immediately say I'm the lone wolf. I'm going with Vanderbilt. Victor?
No, you're not gonna be the lone wolf because I'm going Vandy too.
Oh,
I pick Alabama, or do I pick with my hatred for Stephen A. Smith? I gotta go with my hatred for Stephen A. Smith. I don't like him. I can't stand him. You guys know why. And
y'all already know why I can't stand Stephen A.
I think Vandy has a trick up their sleeve that may end up turning the game in their favor. So
I think so too. Allie?
Oh, I'm gonna go and stick with Roll Tide. I really think that they are unbeatable, and especially at home.
Especially at home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've walked.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not. You're not.
You're not.
Oh, ma'am, you are not.
Look, I've seen pictures and have flown over that hornet's nest called Bryant Denny Stadium. That scares me.
Yeah.
That scares me. Dog.
Vanderbilt is going to come in to Tuscaloosa, and they're going to end up whooping so much tail end that everybody down in Talladega that's partying at the track 4 weeks early is going to want to get somebody's head. Give me Vanderbilt in an upset.
There will be at least There will be at least 70 points in this game with these two offenses ready to rock. Jen, it's Vanderbilt and Alabama.
And Dietz is on an island by himself.
Negative, Ghost Rider. Allie picked Bama too.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I'm not
Allie picked Bama too. Yeah,
Allie went with.
So it's a split.
So everybody. Oh,
It's 3-2. It's 3-2. Me, Dog, and Snowman have picked Vanderbilt. Allie and Dietz have picked Alabama. There is the fence option too.
just put me on the fence and move on.
On the fence. I knew it. I knew it. Put her on the fence. Put her on the fence.
Next game on
It's in celebration. It's in celebration of Jay Cutler's prison sentence. He just started it this week.
Oh, I didn't even. What did he convicted? You know what?
You know he's a Vandy guy.
Yeah.
Don't ask.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe I shouldn't ask that question.
Next game on the list.
I said it when he was a Bear. My mother didn't believe me. I've said it many times before, and I will say it here. It's Jay Cutler.
Mm-hmm.
You know, starting rolling the longest yard, the longest.
Next
on
one,
the
please.
list. This one, I'm going to give you the reason why after I tell you the two teams.
Okay.
It's Boise State on the road to 21 Notre Dame. The reason being, Boise State's wins have come with them scoring 56 or more points. Notre Dame's wins have come via 47 to 53 points. Dame is favored by 19.5. The over-under, they're calling this a shootout, 63-5.
Okay, hang on for one moment. Playmaker, you are not allowed to pick for me, okay? Let's get that straight right now.
Well, Playmaker's picking because of time constraints. Deets, you go first.
There's no one else. There's no one else you could think of in this. Touchdown Jesus will make an appearance. He will make that. He will make this game count. And I'll tell you what, Jimmy Johnson said it the best. You cannot leave the game in the hands of the officials at Notre Dame Stadium.
You know something? 56 for Boise State, 53 for Notre Dame.
Wow.
Nope. I ain't doing it. I'm on the fence. Nope. And I gotta put the headset on for that game. Nope. They're making me do it.
Give me the Irish. Give me the Irish.
All right, I'll come down off the fence. Marcus Freeman, don't you upset me. And I'm in the doggone state. I should know better. Touchdown Jesus in Notre Dame.
What you got, Allie?
Jesus favors the Irish always.
And I've seen touchdown Jesus in person while covering a Notre Dame baseball game a long time ago.
What's he like?
Okay, I'm
He's
going to
big.
ruffle. I am going to ruffle some feathers.
Boise State. I know you're going with
Touchdown Jesus is going to go climb back to Mother Mary because Boise State's going to put a foot in Notre Dame's ass in overtime.
You know what?
Boise
I wouldn't
State.
be surprised. Look, my official pick is Notre Dame. My heart tells me Boise State, but I wouldn't be surprised, and I don't think Allie and Victor would be either because we live in the area, if it is a 56-53 kind of game with these two teams.
Oh, it is.
Easily.
Means I am on the island by myself, Jen.
All right, so I'm just gonna say this, Don. I love you. I respect you. You know I see you as a big bro. But pack your bags and get on that island. You're staying solo.
I figured as much.
In the chat, Tiger Stripe says Boise State. So does Kenneth Clark. Pick along with us. Napoleon also says Boise State. Our fans are
Hey, Snowman, are we going to call that game on Saturday?
I believe we are. I will let you know later tonight because that may be a date day for me Saturday. I will let y'all know.
Well, that's all. I mean, if you put me in the booth, you know what's going to happen.
Yes, sir. Yes,
but
sir.
You know it's going to be overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Almost
every time. Listen, in the years I've had Deeds calling games with me, almost every single game has gone to overtime.
Yes, it has.
Next one.
Next on the list, it's the biggest block party in Florida since DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and the Brock himself ended up on the set of Ballers. It's number 3, Miami, traveling to number 18, Florida State. Miami's favored by 4.5, over under 53.5. It is
I
a
ain't picking first.
kick.
Nope. I ain't picking first. Nope.
I'll pick first.
Okay,
Allie goes first. There we go.
Florida State. Seminoles. Seminoles rule.
I'm going the same way. Seminoles.
I think the Seminoles chop Miami down to size. That's 3 for the Seminoles.
Deets.
The dog. You just woke up a sleeping giant.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Now you don't mention 2 Live Crew when you're talking about a Miami game. Miami is look. Carson Beck is doing too much. Florida State is licking their wounds after leaving. Wait. Earmuffs, Jen. Earmuffs. Virginia. I cannot let that slide.
There you go.
I'm going with the Canes.
Going with Miami. Dog.
All right.
You know what? I've got to do it. I've got to make up ground. I'm 3 games back in the standings. I have got to take Florida State for the upset.
We're going to truncate it here, and we'll do the rest of our picks in a separate segment. Y'all will see that on YouTube a little bit later because there's a piece of news that we got to get to.
Yes.
With Allie being here, and that is Lisa Collier not only calling out the WNBA, but scorching it.
Can I say something before we get in?
Before we get off our picks, wait. We got Allie here. We got a group of taking picks. Allie, make the pick. Who's winning the championship?
Damn. Oh, I'm going with Texas.
No. I mean the WNBA.
Oh, you're talking about the WNBA. Yeah. Okay.
Vegas and Phoenix in a 7-game series for this.
It's a 7-game series. I'm taking the Aces in 6. That's
all right.
That's the deal. I am taking the Aces in 6. I
go
there's
5.
The way they are peaking at the proper time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You've got Becky Hammond, who wants that championship, the fourth championship in 5 years. This is the reason why Becky Hammon was placed on the earth. And I can't say the same about Nate Tibbetts. So I can honestly say that it's going to depend. First thing it's going to depend on is the big threes. The big threes of each of them. You've got Asia Wilson. You got
Jackie Young.
Pardon me?
Jackie Young.
Yes, exactly. You have got the best of the best in this group. So I cannot see anybody rolling over the Aces in this one.
Yeah, I got the Aces in 5 for the championship because after surviving a brutal, grueling 5-game set against Indiana, who gave them everything.
They
pulled out 2 reserve tanks for game 5, but didn't have enough for the overtime. I'm going with Vegas, and Asia Wilson gets the MVP. That's my pick.
Well, Asia's already got the regular season MVP, so you may as well.
It may be a triple play for her because she was also co-defensive player of the year.
Yes, she was, along with Alyssa Thomas.
So she may complete the triple play with a WNBA Finals MVP should Vegas win.
And as much as people are going to talk about Asia, if they shoot the lights out like they did the other night, it's a wrap.
Because Jewel Lloyd, and Allie has talked about Jewel Lloyd, has been reborn in Vegas.
Yes.
And Jewel Lloyd is the reason they won in overtime because she hit 2 tremendous 3-point goals.
Yes.
To get Vegas started, restarted after Indiana wiped out a 9-point deficit in 7.5 minutes.
That was so crazy. It was one of the games that actually had me. I mean, I still have marks on my skin from where I was clenching.
Right.
I was going,
How do you think I feel? I was biting my tongue and blood was coming out by the.
I saw that. I was watching you. I was going, holy cow. That wasn't my original word either.
We know. Let's touch on the article that has made headlines. We said we talk about it. We got a few minutes. We got a few minutes left here. I want to go to Allie first and get her thoughts on it, on what Nafisa Collier said, because Allie asked a couple of great questions about the article. And we have to say that the conversation was alleged. Nothing has been confirmed yet, at least not by my research. But let's go to Allie first and get her thoughts on it.
Well, the thing was that Nafisa Collier basically put all of the administration of the WNBA under the bus and said, it's all about what the officiating of the games they're not addressing. We had addressed this earlier. We had addressed this because the games are so physical. You've got Indiana as a case study in injuries, in trying to be resilient. The problem with the officiating, as we have talked about ad nauseum here, is going to be the death of the WNBA. Yep. And the thing is that they have to remedy that. They also have to find a balance between sustainability and paying the players what they're goddamn worth. So that's the biggest problem with the WNBA this year. And I thought that the WNBA commissioner did herself no favors by fining. I agreed that they should have maybe fined Cheryl Reeve for her meltdown, because I thought that was conduct unprofessional. However, I have a problem. Thought that by agreeing, Becky Hammond and one other coach should have been, it should have been fined as well. They both got fined $1,000 for agreeing that the officiating was horrible. So
the officiating
go ahead.
The officiating was horrible.
Yeah. It was.
The officiating was absolute trash. We talked about it all season. Allie said on appearance that she made here 2 months ago that you need to properly not only pay these officials, but you also properly need to train them.
And they were not trained because
Exactly.
we found out that they were actually volunteers, right?
Yeah. Well, they are paid like by the game. Okay. They are not salaried by the WNBA. And the thing is that the way it's actually set up right now, the WNBA coaches are actually serving as a training ground for the NBA.
Oh, goodness.
And I did a little further research since the original interview, and that it was what was found out was that they are by no means given what they need to give. There are training sessions that they have to pay to attend. And so consequently, you've got essentially a group of players or a group of officials who are learning the game as they go along, essentially. And it's not right. They need to treat this organization as a professional organization. They need to make it a real and they need to make it a place that is esteemed to be. And they're not doing that.
They're not.
It's like they don't train them, and then when things go bad, they just leave them there to take the punishment by themselves. You can't just leave them there when you don't train them.
Yes. And the thing was that Kathy Engelbert also said, according to Nafisa Collier, that Clark should be grateful that she made $16 million off the court.
And I want to say something about that real quick because since the lockout of the NBA, and what I'm talking about, Snowman, I never knew a commissioner that was as clueless and tone deaf as David Stern. I think Kathy Engelbert has taken that crown.
Well, people heard my rant Tuesday when I went completely off on Kathy Engelbert and stuff.
You went absolute ham on
that. You know what? That's not even my best because I got more coming up in a video later today. Look, I stuck my tongue out at Kathy Engelbert and said, "Nah, we made it to Game 5 of the semifinals." And I also said that your biggest fear was realized when Indiana did with that far. Even after Kathy Engelbert took out Caitlin Clark, even after she took out Sydney Colson and who else they lose? Ari McDonald, Sophie Cunningham, and on top of that, the recent signee Chloe Bibby, also with injuries. So you're talking about an Indiana team that had 6 players, including Damaris Dantas, their backup center, out with injuries. You cannot sit here and tell me that Kathy Engelbert wasn't sitting up in her office with a 2.5-foot smile on her face. All the players that they were out with an injury. Go ahead.
Be a bit more accurate. You didn't just you did the whole Nah, nah, nah.
You
And
I did.
I want to ask Allie this: Is just Kathy's like in her own delusional, Delulu land where she just doesn't?
I think that she's in a very precarious position, and her tension is showing to a very unprofessional degree at this moment. I think that if she doesn't feel that she's cut out for the job, that she should resign and give it to somebody who feels more qualified to manage the first of all, the balance between the need for, as they say, as Nafisa said, sustainability and paying the players what they're worth and providing a safe environment for them to play in, because there is no freaking way that these players are going to be happy one way or the other until these issues are addressed. That's why I think you're also staring at a lockout come. Absolutely. Yes. After
you're staring a lockout in the face after Halloween, because there's no way the players will, after what they heard Kathy Engelbert say, not just about Caitlin Clark, but at the league. And here's the comment I want to address. Aside of Caitlin Clark, I'll do that later. Kathy Engelbert, according to Nafisa Collier, said, quote, "The players should be thanking their lucky stars for the media deal. I got them." Close.
And
quote.
That's where I wanted you to go right there. It's like you are sitting there basically taking credit for what your players did. And if it was not for Caitlin Clark, if it was not for Nafisa Collier, if it was not for Angel Reese, even though everyone wants to clown on her, if it was not for Angel Reese, because she is part of that pie.
She is.
Same with Sabrina Ionescu. Same thing with Paige Beckers. Without them, you don't have those media deals.
Yep, that's right. Without Caitlin, we wouldn't have a media deal that could possibly.
There's the biggest point out. There's the biggest point I want to hit. The biggest point I want to hit is I call a spade a spade. Y'all know I do that. I'll do it here. The absolute unbridled hatred for Caitlin Clark, not by the players, not just by the players, I beg your pardon, Kelsey Plum, hello, but also by Kathy Engelbert and her staff. You can see it and you can feel it because of the enormous popularity that Caitlin Clark is bringing to the WNBA, which allows players like a Paige Beckers to piggyback on that, which allows a player like Nafisa Collier to piggyback on that, which allows Asia Wilson, even though she's won the MVP 4 times, to piggyback off of that. And Kathy Engelbert does not like it.
Yeah.
Because it's not her narrative.
And, in some ways, it reminds me of the Major League Baseball back before any of you, but maybe Brian and me were born in 1968, 67, 68, when Bob Gibson likened the Major League Baseball to indentured servitude, and it was because you couldn't, basically it's not leaving latitude for the players nor protecting the favor goes to the owners and the administration. It does not go to how much the players are putting their blood, sweat, tears, livelihood, future health into the game. And that is where Kathy Engelbert is making her biggest mistake, is that she's not looking at these people and saying, gosh, they helped us build the league.
Right.
They helped us. Yeah. And there's
some other players that she's not honoring either. Cynthia Cooper, anyone? Tina Turner?
Allie, can I ask a question?
Sure.
Are we addressing our concerns to the wrong person? Because we've talked about Kathy Engelberg and all of this, but shouldn't we be addressing our concerns to the money, to the people who are providing the money, which is Adam Silver? If you're talking about, this is going to be a training ground for the NBA, then Adam Silver, you need to get these referees in order. If you're going to pull them up to the NBA, there's no way you can pull this officiating crew up. So as much as we want to play this at the foot, Adam Silver is the head of the snake.
And you know what? That's a damn good point.
That is a wonderful
Very good point.
That's a wonderful point, because Adam Silver has been in charge of this. He's been basically feeding money to the WNBA, and that's all he's doing.
But it's the same thing we were talking about with Kathy Engelberg. How with Kathy Engelberg, she's basically throwing these untrained referees out, and then when they get calls wrong, she puts her hands up like, I didn't do it. Well, the same thing with Adam Silver. He's not giving Kathy Engelberg what she needs to succeed, and set her up to fail. And then he put his hands up like, I'm not doing it. My hands are out of it.
And let me throw another thing onto the pile here. And we've talked about this before. Hell, we've talked about it for 2 years here, that as long as Allie's been on the air with us. Are they marketing this to the right people?
Good question.
Are they trying? Are they even trying to market this? Because it seems like when the WNBA was formed and came into being in 1997, they got it right for the latter part of the 90s and up into the 2000s, and then it stopped.
Yeah.
It stopped around the first time the Sparks won their first title, which was 2002. It stopped.
And what scares me is that it seems like the Silver and Kathy Engelberg are going to Cleveland Browns this thing. Especially when you have such a well-sprout talent, and you have a golden goose opportunity with CC at the helm.
And you gotta market it through. Listen, you gotta market it through CC. Everybody's you want, and we'll have to put a pin in it here, and then bring Allie back to talk about it while the finals is going on. We'll bring it back. Of course, she's
absolutely.
Next week we will dedicate the entire hour to Nafisa Collier's comments and what we can do otherwise. But we'll put a pin in it here by me saying this. Look at the attendance figures.
Exactly. And understand it's the latest of the ratings are saying that there are more males watching this game than females at this time. Yeah.
Because males love basketball.
Yes, they do. And
males love and understand basketball.
And they don't care. They do not care about how with the generation of Title IX, they look at women as equal.
And they love women's basketball.
Yes,
they do.
I've watched it since 1982 when I discovered, Cheryl Miller.
Cheryl Swope.
Cheryl Swoops and the USC Women of Troy got me started with women's basketball.
Exactly. But go ahead.
We'll have to put a pin in it here, but Alison Morran joins us every single Thursday. She will be back next week, and we will really tear this thing apart and talk about it. Allie, thank you very much, my dear. Appreciate you.
It's great to be with everybody here. Always an absolute pleasure. Love y'all.
Love you too. We'll redo the picks tomorrow, NFL and college, because we got to put a pin in it here because we're out of time. Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they are simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger, and don't be like Delbert Yates Jr. Out. Out.